All right, and we are recording now. All right, so welcome, Alexua, to Freedom and Me Baby Showers. And I'm so excited that you are partnering with us and the community to be showered with businesses. So, so often people talk about having baby showers, and we're familiar with baby showers. And, when a baby come along, we're excited. Is it a boy? Is it a girl? Right? um, and then it's like once we find out, or sometimes we have these gender reveals, and then everyone comes together to shower and celebrate the parents. So that's the concept of the baby shower. This is our first annual. You're our first ever small business to actually shower through Freedom and Me. So we're excited to be able to partner. We're glad that you reached out and you accepted the yes to receive the blessing of being showered as a new business owner. So a little bit about you're welcome. So before we get started, I know we've prepared some questions for you and for your viewers, for your sponsors. And before we dive into that, tell us a little bit about you, your name, where you're from, and just tell us a little bit about you.
So I'm Alexia McDougall. I was born in Albany, Georgia. I'm 29, mother of four. I'm a really vibrant, outspoken, outgoing person. I have this I don't know, my personality is to want to do better and want to see others do better and uplift people and encourage people. And it gives me so much joy, just to see people, being themselves, being motivated to do something more than what they're already doing. So that's me.
I love it. And the beauty in what you said is just being you. And that's one of the things that's one of the messages of Freedom in Me is to be free. Be free in who you are in every aspect. Because that genuine, free, vibrant spirit that you describe, that's what truly attracts others and things to us. So we love it. We're excited, and we're going to jump right into these questions. So the first question I have for you today, Alexia, is tell us about your business. What's the name of your business, and tell us a little bit about it.
Okay, so my business is called Courage to Be. It's originated from me just pulling myself out of a deep, dark place that I was in, and I didn't know how I was going to get out of it. I didn't know where to start. I didn't know where to look. And it's been recently that I actually can talk about this without getting emotional. And
Wow.
even though my story is not, I wasn't abused or anything like that, the hurt is still real. You know what I'm saying? Like, people feel like if you don't go through a traumatic experience, then your hurt is not the same, but that's not the case. I was down, in a deep, dark place where I had to have my mom come pick me up out of the bed, to even take showers. That's how broken I was. So
Wow.
to just, be able to inspire somebody else is where that came from. I finally felt like, you know what? I can get up out of here. I can get up out of this place. And I dug deep within myself and pulled myself out of that. So that's where Courage to Be comes from.
Oh my God, I love it. As you're speaking, I can hear your passion. I can feel the chills on my arm because so many people just like you are in that place. And for you to have dug yourself out of that place, of course, you mentioned you had a support system, your mom, and but there's so many people that feel like when they're in that place, that's the end. That's the end of it all. So, what are some things that you did before we jump into the next question? What are some things that you did to kind of help pull you out of that place that you were in?
So music is a passion of mine. So I love music. Music is it gets me through those hard times and helps me to deal with it. So music was something. Prayer was definitely my top priority because without prayer, I don't know where I'd be. I may not even be here. And I know a lot of people say that, but to actually live it and to be in that moment and not know, like, if I'm gonna, if I'm gonna be here tomorrow because of the pain that I'm feeling.
Right.
Prayer is definitely number one. Music helps, whether it be music, gospel music, or rap music, or R&B music. I like all genres of music, so music definitely helps. And to have a good support system is 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 life. Like, you have to have that support from your family, from your friends, telling you that you're gonna make it, telling you that you can do this. And then my babies, I look at them and I'm like, where would life be if I wasn't here for them? Who would take care of them? Who would look after them? Yeah, they have a dad and a grandma and everybody, but nobody's gonna love and take care of my babies like me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh my God. Like, again, I hear your passion. I hear the triumph over the pain that you've been through. A lot of us have been through that. A lot of us, me myself, have been through that. So I personally can relate to what you're saying, being in such a dark place where you're not even sure that I don't know if I'm gonna make it the next second. I don't know if I'm gonna make it the next minute. And how do you begin to build a business or even think about a business when you're in a place where you don't even know, like, if you want to breathe the next breath, right? So we applaud you. We are so excited. And we hope that anyone that is listening to any parts of this interview, that they will here's some of those things that were able to help you and help get you out of that place, and maybe apply those things to their own lives, so they know that even in all of that you went through, the pain and the down moments and hurt, that they too can overcome and they can start a successful business. So more to come. Maybe we'll have to bring you on one of our shows later to talk about some other things pertaining to that for those that want to know. So if I was a potential client, how would you describe your business to me?
My business is to touch other people who feel like they can't make it. If you're that person that needs to be encouraged, that needs to be motivated, that needs to be uplifted, whether it be to feel good again, to look good again, or to just have that person to lean on for that moment, that's what my business is for. I'm doing sweatshirts and shirts that I'm doing with Courage to Be, and you put whatever your Courage to Be is, because everybody has something different. My courage to be is to be an overcomer. My son, I did him a shirt and it said to be intelligent. So everybody's courage to be is different, and that's how
Oh, I
I would.
love it. I love it. I love it. Oh my God. And I'm going to be one of your first customers when you officially launch. I love it. I want my shirt to say, courage to be free. Because it sounds like we have such a similar message, which is why this is even so much more special for Freedom in Me, because I too was in a dark place. But this is not about my story, but I too was in a dark, dark, dark place when Freedom in Me was formed. And I tell everyone that the name of the business came from a place about 4 years ago. I was in one of the darkest places of my life. And I took a picture. I was always a selfie queen, no matter what. I'm good at wearing a smile when, I'm around people, but my world is crashing. So, of course, let me take a picture, right? I took a picture and I was so amazed at how free the picture looked when I was everything but free. And immediately I said, freedom in me. So, but that's just a small part of the story. But I love the concept of your business. I love what it stands for. And I truly, truly believe that you are going to touch so many lives and do so many great things with Courage to Be, and that you are going to catapult. This is just the beginning of what you will do for many people, and how you will touch other people to and inspire people to not only overcome that pain, but to have courage to be whatever it is they need. So awesome, awesome, awesome story. So I know you kind of talked about a little of this, but can you go into a little bit more detail as to how and why you actually started the line of work? I know you mentioned the overcoming from pain yourselves, but why did you actually decide to turn it into a business?
So it was actually one night I was up, and it was like it was probably like 3 or 4 in the morning, and I messaged my sister and I was like, you know what, I'm about to start a business. And it was January 17th, and I only remember because I started my Instagram page for my business and never finished it.
Oh, wow.
So so I started that, and it came to me, courage to be, and it was in a dream, and I woke up out of my dream and it was like, wake up, get up. And I get up and I'm like, so what am I supposed to be doing? I'm up. What's next? So it just came to me that was like, you know what? Courage to be. You know what? You brought yourself out of this place. You know what you did to get there. You know what you had to do to make it work. Help somebody else. And that's where courage to be came from. And it was on a whim. I'm not a spokesperson. Like, I don't speak like that in front of people, and I don't, most of my stuff is just done through, I do it for my family or for my friends. So to be able to outreach to somebody else or somebody who is not in my little circle or whatever is a blessing.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. I can't wait for this to actually go live. I know we're pre-recording, but I cannot wait for this to go live and for people to actually just hear your story. I just think it's so amazing. And actually, I didn't even know that. I knew the name of the business was Courage to Be, but I didn't know that you customize it to what people want, what they're not feeling as courageous about. So I may not be feeling like I'm smart, or I may not be feeling like I'm intelligent, like you said, or I may be feeling down. And so my courage is to be smart, or my courage is to be bold or powerful. I love that message. So it's kind of like a silent statement to the world. You're wearing this shirt and you're walking around, and it's kind of like, I have the courage to be this. And as you speak it and as you affirm it, you are building that courage. What an amazing, amazing, amazing message and business concept. So who is your big inspiration? I know you talked about your children, and I know you talked about your mom being there in your support circle. Surely those people kind of probably played a large role in you being the person you are today. But what is your biggest inspiration, and can you tell us why?
So my biggest inspiration would have to be my sister. Um, I've seen her do businesses, like little small businesses here and there, and she's really come up for them. You know what I'm saying? And I've always been like, you know what, I'm gonna do it, and then I'll slack off. And I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. And to have that person in my life and to see her to be like, I'm gonna do it and do it, it's like, you know what am I doing? You know what, I'm gonna do it, and I'm really going to do it. So she is actually my biggest inspiration, and we joke and stuff like that. And I haven't told her this, but she really is. I really look up to her, and it amazes me that even with everything that's going on in her life, she still has that inspiration to do for her business.
Wow, that's amazing. So she'll be hearing it from the first time when she sees the, oh, isn't that special? Love it. I love it. So shout out to you, sister, for continuing to be that inspiration in Electua's life and continue to keep her motivated through your example. What a better way to learn. So often people tell us about what they can do, but to actually see it and see somebody about their business, like, you know what? I'm going to be like my sis. That's dope. That's dope. I love it. So can you tell us, I only have 2 more questions for you. I think your viewers have a really good understanding about what the business is about and what you do and why you chose to start this business. But what does having this opportunity mean to you, and how will it help you?
So it actually means the world and it's funny because the day you wrote me, I was like, Lord, you know what? I don't know how I'm going to push to put out how I need to put out and to get viewers and to get followers and to start my business page. I'm like, you know what, Lord, if it's meant to be, it'll happen, and I'm not going to stress it. because I had started making a web page, and I got so discouraged for a minute because I was like, oh my gosh, just asking me for a whole bunch of stuff, and I don't know what half the stuff is. I don't know what half the stuff is, and it's just like, have the money, my business is not up there yet where I have the funds to pay someone to do my website. So the day you wrote me is that day, was that day. And I'm like, you know what? I had to get a shower because I was like, God, you always come on time. I'm telling you, you always come on time for me. This is a wonderful opportunity. And it means that my business, whatever I'm blessed with, is going to help my business, whether it be to help with the website or to help get my logo out or even to get followers. It's going to help because then my name is out there. So people know, like, hey, this is legit. She's for real, So
Yes.
This is definitely going to help.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. I love it. Well, I'm glad God does work right on time. They say he may not come when we want him, but he is always on time. I'm a firm believer of that. It just came to me when the concept came to me. I actually have been thinking about it and thinking about ways to give back to our community as we are blessed. And for those that do and don't know me, I feel like God always provides. He always takes care of us. He always looks out for us. And my way of giving back for what he has done for me is to give back to my community. So this is just one of the ways that I want to give back from my business to other businesses, to ensure that whatever struggles that I had to endure as a new business owner, that as many businesses as I can avoid having to do that one business at a time, we're going to do it. So I appreciate that. And Alexa, I only have one question for you. What do your sponsors expect to see from your business over the next, let's say 30 to 90 days? Given that, hey, we're investing into Courage to Be. We believe in you. We believe in your message. And so when we look back and say, hey, we were able to sponsor because we believed in you, what can they expect to see over the next 30 to 90 days from Courage to Be?
Okay, so for sure, I'm going to have my website up come hell or high water. It's going to be up and running. You can also expect to see more lives from me. I am going to start going live way more so I can promote my business more than I already am. You can also expect to see my clothing on my website. Okay, so that is definitely going to be there too. It's going to be hoodies. I have shirts, and I'm also thinking about doing sweatpants because I love the fall and I like sweatpants and jogging suits. So,
those Black Friday sales, get them going, get them ready.
Also expect to see me also giving back. I have something in the works now I'm going to try at least once a month. I'm going to do a drawing, and it's going to be businesses they'll comment on my post, and what'll happen is you'll pick a number 1 through 10. I will put the numbers 1 through 10 in a hat or in a bucket or whatever, and I will have one of my kids or myself draw out of the bucket 2 names, and I'm going to start donating to businesses once a month, and whether it's going to be from anywhere from $50 to $100. So that's also something that's in the works.
Oh, awesome. So as you receive, you're going to give, but not only is your business going to be up and functional to allow you to work on some of those other details, but you actually have a plan to give back to your community. So as you are blessed, you are looking at blessing others. And what a beautiful way to end. I don't know if there's anything else you want to share, questions that you that I did not ask you, or you want to share, you want to let everyone know from this interview today?
So I just want everyone to know that this is a small business, but I expect it to be great, and I expect to do greater things. I expect to be a motivational speaker to someone somewhere. And I just want everybody to be uplifted. Know that if you are here and you're seeing this, it's not by mistake. It's not by mistake that you're seeing this interview. It's not by mistake that you come across this on wherever you're going to see this at. You're here for a reason and a purpose. Find out what that purpose is and do you. You got it.
Oh, well, we love it. So with that said, Alexia, tell the viewers where they can find you.
So I have my Facebook page. It's Nicole McDougall. I have not started my business page yet, but I do advertise on there. I do have a Instagram page. It's called Courage2, the number 2, underscore BEE, Courage to Be, on Instagram as well.
Perfect. So thank you. So do you have any questions for me today or about the business or about the shower that we can answer?
One question. I just want to know what put it in your spirit to bless me with this opportunity.
You know what? So I go by, we are going to have, just for those that are watching, we are going to have a more formal selection process. I do have to preface that, where we are going to be sponsoring certain kinds of businesses, so nonprofit, to ensure that there's some kind of criteria. But this was our very first shower, and I watched one of your live videos on Facebook, and I don't even remember which one it was, because I don't, sometimes you come across my feed, sometimes you don't. And I felt the passion. I didn't even know until I started, seeing you post more, that you were trying to start a new business. And I felt the passion behind your story. And when I listened to it, I was like, wow, it sounds so much like Freedom in Me. And what better way to start or sponsor a business than one that has such a similar message as Freedom in Me. And so I wanted to encourage you. I understood the struggles, I understood the pain from personal experience, and I wanted to encourage you to keep going, to not give up, to embrace the challenges ahead, because there will be some. This is just the beginning, and it feels so great now, right? However, in any business, there are always going to be challenges. And so I wanted to use this as an opportunity to say, hey, there are people that's watching you that you may never know is watching you. There are people that believe in you that you never knew believed in you. And I want to encourage you to keep going, to keep pushing, to keep doing what you're doing, and continue to give, to receive, and to also give back. Aside from all of that, I was sitting here determining, because the response is always greater than the need is always greater than the response. Did I say that right? The need is always greater than what we can actually support. However, as I was sitting here preparing the documents for business showers, it dropped Alexia. So, and it was in that moment is when I text you. So I believe that it happened. It was a divine connection and purpose from that seed that you planted when you went live and you were telling your story. It was brought back to my remembrance and said, that's the business I want to bless. And so that is why we decided to bless you and sponsor the business to be, or the Courage to Be on business showers. So we're excited. October 2nd, we will be streaming live on Facebook, Instagram, on YouTube. We will be live. You can follow Freedom in Me LLC, join our private Facebook group. Also, we have a Facebook page. It's Donya, Donja Williams, Freedom in Me, author, entrepreneur, on Facebook. Also, you can find us at on Instagram at itsthefreedominme.com, or at itsthefreedominme. Don't forget to visit our website if you have a business and you would like to be showered. If you own a business or are an individual who would like to bless a business, whether it is through resources, whether it's through your support, whether it is through services that you offer through your business, please visit us at www.itsthefreedominme.com. Connect with us by email at info@itsthefreedominme.com. Alexia, it was a pleasure speaking with you today. And just hold for 1 second. I'm going to stop the recording. Until next time, as always, I want to remind you guys that the best things in life are free. Hey, Freedom, it's me.